Hello! Today is the day 3 of the 12 days of your video challenge, and I don't know if you noticed, but the first 2 videos, by the time I filmed them, I was quite exhausted. This is the time of the year where my work is super busy, and I don't get a break until Christmas Day. So it's a challenge, but one thing I forgot to do in my first 2 videos is to give a little backstory of why am I doing this 12 days of you, what it is. So one of my favorite account creators on YouTube, Ivy the Occultist. Thank you so much if you're watching, we love you. She started this 12 days of your challenge, and basically she has like 12 ideas, and she encouraged people like me who are still figuring out how to engage and become content creator and engage with the confusing algorithm of social media, and how to participate in this online witchcraft community. And Ivy is, I just adore her. A big part of my love for her really is I resonate so much with her approach on spirituality and psychology. So I have a background in Christianity. I'm still a Christian, and a lot of my spiritual ground is rooted in Christian mysticism and Christian philosophy, or you could say Greek philosophy, which is really what Christian philosophy is coming from. It's not some of them is Judaism, but a lot of it is ancient Greek mythology, philosophy. Sorry. And but I have a really different approach to faith and spirituality with most Christian churches out there, Christian groups out there. I consider myself as a progressive Christian, as well as a magical practitioner, a witch, and a spiritualist. And also I practice Mahayana Buddhist, not in a very, strict and orthodox way, I should say that, because I have a very different opinion on how I see sex, how I see mundane world compared to most other Buddhist groups out there. And my practice of Buddhism is very individualized. So it has been hard for me to find a spiritual community where I can actually resonate and feel safe with. Some spiritualist friends I would have issues with my Christian background, and some of them get offended when I criticize the New Age spirituality. However, when I find Ivy the Occultist and her video channel, I was like, this girl understands the same kind of things I struggle to express, right? And she expressed her thoughts and her spirituality so eloquently and so friendly, so warm. And she has this badass attitude, which I really admire and aspire to. So, Ivy the Occultist, you're the reason why I'm doing this, and I am so very grateful that you give us this opportunity not only to form a community, but as well as to start to engage with each other in this method, in this way that some of us find intimidating with. So today's theme is reflect on the practices I have engaged with in the past year. So as I was going through my thoughts and memories, 3 keywords come to me. The first one is transitioning. This year, me and my partner both started transitioning, and it is a big challenge and big step, exciting step, scary but exciting step for us to finally break this fear of expressing ourselves in a more thorough and bold way, and to reconcile with our bodies. Both my partner and I would say, have a lot of body dysmorphia issues. I think a lot of trans people, queer people, trans people might, resonate with this. And so this year, during summertime, we both decided to go to our doctors. We have 2 different doctors, and talk about this, and we basically started transitioning around the same time, and this has been a huge change, and it has impacted my spiritual practice so much. Personally, I think to begin transitioning really is a result of the past 2 or 3 years of long shadow work and inner child work I've done with mostly Mother Isis, and my partner did with mostly Goddess Aphrodite. So Mother Isis really stepped into my my inner child, my trauma, and sort of this kind of long, hard progress of healing work I've done on myself, and with the help of many people, like from my Christian group, from my therapist, from a lot of other people, but really began, I started this journey of healing with working with Mother Isis, and it was very interesting. I remember in the beginning, that was before this year, this go way back, like when I started to work with Mother Isis, I tried to communicate with her. I was asking for other things, but she kept on redirecting me. You can't ask for prosperity yet if you don't do the groundwork first. I'm not saying that's a universal law, but in my case, that's what Mother Isis thought was right, and I agree with her now. I look back, and a lot of my behavioral patterns, a lot of my trauma, a lot of my stigmas, the stigmas I cannot deconstruct and unlearn, the shame I carry with me has a lot to do with my body dysmorphia and my struggle with my true gender identity and gender expressions. So working with Mother Isis led me to have a conversation with my pastor at church, and that led me to get a therapist, and that led me all the way to where I am now. And I think, now I look back, this is really a milestone for my spiritual growth this year. And Mother Isis, I thank you. And as I continue honor Mother Isis and work with her and do continue shadow work and inner growth work with her, I feel how should I say that? I'm stepping into a new chapter of my life that I did not even, I didn't even think was, it is option, it is possible. So if I summarize this whole healing and transitioning thing, I would say is shadow work, shadow work by on a rhythm, and that's rhythm is one of the other two keywords that come to me. Okay, so shadow work on a rhythm and working with the Divine Mother. You can work with a mother archetype, or you can work with a mother goddess, like I did, like I'm doing right now, right? So, deity work, shadow work, combined with Western medicine, right? I would say that has been the best thing, one of the best things happening to me this year. And the second thing that came to me is the second keyword come to me is grounding. So escapism has always been, in my opinion, the first and foremost enemy to most of people out there. That's my opinion. To most people I know, at least I should say, to most people I know, because once something overwhelms us as a human nature, we try to disengage or avoid or try to walk around from it. However, in spirituality, escapism is the opposite of any spiritual growth and any true change that can be manifested in people's life. So to me, my escapism has always been escaping from my worldly desire, because there was so much shame in it, escaping from my ego, because I have so much shame in having an ego, need to be acknowledged, need to be accepted, need to be helped, supported, loved, have this have this need from things beyond myself, from the social circles, right? That's also where I have the most beef with New Age group, because I don't think, and some Buddhist group, I don't think you can self-sufficient everything, right? In actuality, I think humans are social animals. We are creatures living society, living groups, and we are here to have a collective as much as individual experience of our time on this earth. And this hyper-individualism of disengage from your community, from your group, even use the phrases like any kind of spiritual group is eventually an organized religion, and that is a bad thing. I think that whole mindset is a hyper individualistic and combined with escapism, right? Why I'm saying that is, I know that's not right, but I always can't help myself to fall down that road, because I had bad experience of trying to find a place that I can fit in, I can be accepted, I can be celebrated, especially growing up in China as a queer, feminine person. It has always been getting social acknowledgement, being social, and having needs towards to others, emotional needs and material needs has always been something that expressing those needs has always been something that brought me a lot of pain. So I've been escaping my material needs, my sexual expression, sexuality, and my ego's needs for a long time. And it really is this year everything start to change. I start to change. And I have to say, this milestone I feel happened in 2023 really is a result, still with Mother Isis, with this inner child healing. That's the foundation, really the foundation of anything any good things that happened to me this year. But also it's a lot of work also with goddess Aphrodite on heal the sex shame, and my working with my root chakra to heal my connection with the earth, with soil, with my body. And that has a lot to do with the first thing I talk about my transitioning, right? Engage with my body and my sexuality and my worldly desire, and create space to hold my ego needs and acknowledge they're there, right? Don't make them more than what they are, but also don't dismiss them. And there's no need to shame them neither. And realize it's absolutely normal and good for me to want to be loved and celebrated, and I deserve to have a community that see me as good, as beautiful, as someone to be celebrated. And that's the grounding work that I've done, and so much of it is healing. And the other part of that is I have this online group of my Chinese friends. We're not necessarily talking about spirituality there, but sometimes we do tap into that topic. But it really is an online healing community that we meet, because most of other people who are in that group are in China, so it's a low commitment. But I'm hosting. Oh, my cat is meowing. Yes, Dan Dan. I'm hosting that group online every week, and we have this space to share our thoughts, share our experience, and tap into the things that we normally don't feel safe to tap into. And this online community that we engage with this in-depth conversation of our feelings, our shame, our trauma, our struggle, our collective and individual shadows, has done tremendous work on me. And even though I'm the host, I don't get to share a lot of my own personal feelings and personal experiences a lot. Most of the time I'm the one who is listening and reflecting and hosting, right? But still having this community really put my ego at ease, and put me at ease to admit the fact that I have an ego, and my ego is not sick, my ego is not bad, my ego is just deeply humiliated and shamed because of my queerness and because of my past. The third word is rhythm. I've been struggling throughout my life of swinging between burning out and shutting down, right? I don't know how many of you guys have the same issue with me, but this urge with anxiety and insecurity that keeps making me want to push myself, hustle until the breaking point, until my body and mind totally clasp, until I'm, it's really a hard memory for me to go back to the what I crushed after I got COVID, and I'm still slowly recovering from this chronic fatigue, right? And then the whole thing, of course, have the foundation of the roots of the whole problem, of course, is the lack of acceptance I had for myself and from others. And of course, the first 2 points are basically the groundwork for me to build a rhythm that changes my big swing in between burning out and pushing my limits and then shutting down. Really was this rhythm is available and possible to me because of the first 2 things I talked about. grounding and transitioning, right? Transitioning means my gender, my body transitioning, but also I have to give thanks to Planetary Magick, that branch of spiritual practicing that I have disengaged with for many years and really start to dive back in this year. And it came at the right time as I was looking to build a rhythm and to slow down and decrease the wave of the swing, and trying to stay in the small window where I don't get burned out and I don't get shut down, I don't get panic attack, I don't get too exhausted, right? When I try to decrease this wave, really Planetary Magick, working with different planets, I only do certain work when it's Jupiter time. I save all that on Jupiter day. I save all that on Sunday. I save all that on the day of Venus, right? That really helped me to start to have this structure to make my spiritual practice more organized and have a rhythm, right? I have to give thanks to also Lord Shiva. Whenever I think of this rhythm of spirituality, Lord Shiva has always been there for me to give me this drum beats between destruction and creation. Here is us, right? Here's this dance, and working with different planetary and engaging in meditations with the blessings of Lord Shiva has done tremendous help. But I have to say, this rhythm is a new thing to me, and I'm still getting used to it. It's awkward because I'm so used to push me to the extreme, right? It's awkward to stop and hold back and then start again, right? It's not something I'm used to. But I really love this change. I really love this quirkiness that I try to, that happens to me, even though it sometimes make me feel clumsy to master this rhythm. But right, it has a rhythm for me to try to master the rhythm, right? In itself, there's this tempo, this beats, this rhythm. So that's the third keyword. So before I end today's video, I want to give out a little blessing. So if you're watching this, looking at that smoke, please know that whatever you're struggling, whatever it seems so impossible and challenging in your life, even though maybe you don't even feel it, but look at it. Look at this burning incense, this beautiful smoke. That is me holding my blessing, holding my energy out for you. Sometimes we need to make a change. Sometimes we need to look for a different direction. Sometimes we need to just pause and deconstruct and let things fall apart. But whatever it is, you got this. And you don't need to do it all by yourself. There is a community. And Ivy, thank you again for giving us this opportunity to form a community through YouTube, through videos. And I hope you receive these blessings, and knowing that all the changes that needs to happen in your life to make you help you to live the best life you desire is being manifested at the moment. Collect collectively, individually, or in this changing world. And we're the ones who make the changes.